All right, let's jump right in. In the next 5 minutes, we're going to break down one of the most influential books ever written on human connection. Dale Carnegie's How to Win Friends and Influence People.
So let me ask you, do you want to build genuinely stronger relationships? Do you want to become more influential in a way that feels authentic, not manipulative? If that's you, then you are in exactly the right place.
We're about to unlock some simple yet incredibly powerful secrets that have been helping people for decades. So let's start with the absolute foundation.
Okay, part 1, the fundamentals of handling people. You got to get this right because everything else we talk about is built on these core ideas.
The first principle sounds easy, but it's probably the hardest to live by. Don't criticize, condemn, or complain. Why? Well, because criticism is a boomerang. It almost always comes back to hit you. It puts people on the defensive and just builds resentment. It really gets you nowhere. So think about this simple switch. Instead of saying, "You did this wrong," which is just an accusation, try something like, "Hey, let's see how we can improve this together." See the difference? One is a fight, the other is an invitation to collaborate.
Okay, so if we're not criticizing, what should we be doing? That brings us to principle 2. Give honest and sincere appreciation. Now, this is not about fake flattery. People can see right through that. This is about genuinely noticing the good in people. Everyone is starving for appreciation.
And a key here is to be specific. Don't just say, "Good job." Say something like, "I really admire how much effort you put into this project." Focusing on their effort makes people feel seen and truly valued. And the third fundamental. This one is a total game changer. The idea is to stop thinking about what you want and start thinking about what they want. You need to frame your ideas in terms of their benefits. So I need you to do this task is just a command. It's all about you. But what if you said, if you handle this, you'll probably have a lot more time for your other projects. Now they want to do it because you've shown them what's in it for them. All right, with those basics down, let's move on. How do you actually get people to like you? Part 2 is all about making those genuine connections. Here it is, the secret weapon of every charismatic person you've ever met. Be a great listener. Seriously, stop thinking about what clever thing you're going to say next and just listen. Ask questions. Let them talk about themselves. It's the highest form of compliment you can pay someone. This one sounds almost too simple to be true, doesn't it? But a real, genuine smile is incredibly powerful. It costs absolutely nothing, but it says, "I like you. I'm happy to see you." It completely changes the tone of an interaction before a single word is spoken. Think about it for a second. When somebody remembers your name, especially when you didn't expect them to, how does it make you feel? Important, right? Respected? Using someone's name is a small thing that makes a huge difference. And finally, find out what people are passionate about and talk to them about that. If they love to garden, don't tell them about your weekend playing video games. Ask them what's blooming. The fastest way to connect with someone is to talk about what they love. So, now that you've built a real connection, you're in a much better position to influence. Part 3 is all about winning people to your way of thinking without creating resentment or conflict.
Here's a hard truth. You can't win an argument. Even if you win on paper, you've probably lost the person's goodwill. So Carnegie says, the best way to win an argument is to just avoid it altogether. Seek to understand, not to debate.
One of the most powerful things you can do is just say, "I was wrong." Admitting your mistakes quickly and with enthusiasm, it's disarming. It ends arguments before they even start and actually earns you a ton of respect.
See how we keep coming back to listening? It's just that important. When you want to persuade someone, let them do most of the talking. Let them get their ideas and feelings out on the table. Often, they'll talk themselves around to a better solution if you just give them the space.
This is really the heart of it all, empathy. Before you try to get someone to see your side, you have to genuinely try to see theirs. Ask yourself, why do they feel this way? What's their perspective? Once you understand that, everything changes.
Okay, our final section. Let's put it all together and talk about leadership. This isn't about being a boss. It's about being a leader who can inspire people to change without causing anger or resentment. Carnegie lays out a really clear 4-step process. First, always start with praise and genuine appreciation. Second, before you point out their mistake, talk about one of your own. It shows humility. Third, don't give orders. Ask questions like, "Have you thought about trying it this way?" And finally, praise every single improvement, even the small ones. That's what fuels growth. So, to wrap it all up,
What's the big picture? It's that kindness and respect are your foundation. Real influence is built on real relationships. Those tiny little habits, like smiling and listening, have a massive impact. And at the end of the day, leadership is about inspiring people, not ordering them around.
I want to leave you with this one quote, because it just sums up the whole philosophy so perfectly. It all comes down to these simple human truths, making the other person feel seen, heard, and important.
Look, we've covered a lot, but none of this means anything if you don't put it into practice. So don't try to do it all at once. Just pick one thing. Just one. What's the one principle from this whole guide that you're going to try out today?